Max? What on earth are you doing out here? Come inside quickly.
Ethan didn't understand why Max, a normally affectionate German shepherd, suddenly stopped sleeping inside the warm family barn. For 3 winters, that barn had been his sanctuary. Insulated walls, heated floor pads, even a little wooden cot built just for him. But one January evening on a quiet farm in Montana, Ethan, a widowed rancher, stepped outside to find Max lying in the frozen dirt, snowflakes settling into the thick fur along his shoulders. "Max? What on earth are you doing out here?" Ethan clapped his hands, calling him inside. But Max didn't come. He didn't even lift his head. He just stared at the barn door, as if guarding it. At first, Ethan assumed Max had heard coyotes again. But the second night, and then the third, he found Max in the exact same spot, freezing but refusing to move. The snow fell harder, the wind cut sharper. Max's whiskers frosted white. Ethan couldn't take it anymore. "Okay, boy, something's wrong. Let's pause for just a moment. Can you tell me where you're watching this from? I'd love to know which city our dog lovers are joining us from today." The next morning, Ethan tried an old trick. He opened a jar of peanut butter, Max's weakness, and the dog instantly stood up, tail twitching. But he didn't come running. Instead, Max walked backwards, eyes never leaving the barn, as if afraid to look away for even 1 second. Ethan stepped forward. Max blocked him. Not aggressive, just firm. A silent message, "Don't go in. Not yet." Ethan frowned. But he knew Max, better than anyone. This wasn't fear. This was protection. So Ethan changed the plan. He tossed a treat gently into the kitchen doorway. Max hesitated, then trotted in after it. The moment Max crossed the threshold, Ethan shut the door. Max whined, scratched once, then sat down, tense, desperate, but not angry. Like a dog who knew his human had to see something, but wished he didn't. Ethan grabbed a lantern and stepped into the wind. The closer he got to the barn, the heavier the air felt. When he finally slid open the barn door, a strange stillness met him. Warm air, hay, dusty sunlight, nothing dangerous. But then he heard it, a faint, uneven rustling behind a stack of lumber. Ethan lifted the lantern and froze. Curled tightly inside an old grain trough was a wild fox, her red coat matted with ice, her ribs showing through. Tucked beneath her were 2 tiny kits, shivering and quiet. The mother fox blinked slowly at him, too weak to move, too exhausted even to be afraid. And only then did Ethan understand. She had crawled into the barn to give birth, and Max had known the whole time. He hadn't abandoned the warm barn. He had been helping her survive, keeping predators away, guarding the only shelter she had found, even if it meant suffering outside in the snow. Ethan took a step back, heart pounding in his chest. Good boy, Max. You were protecting them. He hurried to the shed, gathered blankets, and built a small, sheltered corner far from the barn entrance where the Fox family could rest without feeling threatened. For the first time in days, Max wagged his tail. Slow, soft, as if saying, "Thank you for helping." They never touched the foxes, never tried to tame them, never forced them out. Every morning, Max led Ethan to the edge of the barn to check on them. Never too close, never intruding, just watching, calm and patient. Weeks passed. The fox kits grew stronger. The mother healed. And early one dawn, with snow still clinging to the earth, Ethan saw the Fox family slip silently into the woods. Max didn't chase them. He simply sat in the frost, watching until their shapes disappeared into the trees. Ethan knelt beside him. "You knew before any of us, didn't you?" Max leaned gently against his side. That winter, Ethan understood something he'd never put into words. Some creatures protect their comfort, others protect their territory. But some, the rare ones, protect life itself. Max didn't need to speak to teach the lesson. He only needed a cold night, a quiet barn, and a choice that cost him warmth, but saved a family.